Hi friends, welcome back to Backyard Homestead. Today we're going to make some yummy granola bars. These are quick and easy, no bake, and your whole family will love them. We're going to make a s'mores bar and then a peanut butter butterscotch chip. So to start off, we're going to need 6 tablespoons of melted butter. And while this is melting, we'll measure our honey. Now, if you don't want to use raw honey, you can use agave nectar. You can use maple syrup. Heck, you could probably even use pancake syrup, but I don't recommend that. Okay, let's get that melted. We're going to need 2/3 of a cup of honey, and I will link the recipes. Actually, I'll just put the recipes down below. There's 2/3. Let's see if we can get this honey. Now I'm using a wildflower honey. It's very dark and molasses tasting. I mean, look how dark it is. Beautiful honey. From local bees, of course. We're in the desert, so you get the desert wildflower honey. Okay, a little more. And this stuff is so dark. It tastes like molasses. Look how dark it is. Okay, let's put the lid on. I need to get some more. I usually have at least 4 of these at a time because we use a lot of honey. Oh, we're going to need some brown sugar. I almost forgot. We need 6 tablespoons of packed brown sugar. So here's a tablespoon. We're going to go ahead and put it right in the bowl. Pack it down. And it doesn't matter if it's light or dark brown sugar. Whatever you got. If you don't have brown sugar, you can use cane sugar. If you don't want to use sugar at all, then don't. It just, the recipe calls for sugar. Okay, there's our 6 tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and pour the honey mixture in. Boy, I've had allergies so bad this spring. I don't know if you have or not, but ooh, I tell you, I need to take a little bit of this honey. Raw honey is supposed to help with your allergies, but mine are like severe. Like severe. I just go outside and my eyes are watering and itching. Must be something in the desert that's blowing around right now. Ooh, that's a lot of honey. Okay, let's pour in the melted butter. Okay. Now we're going to need 3 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats. And I'm just opening this new one because got honey on my palm. I'm opening the new one because my container's getting low anyway. So we might as well use the new one. And you want the old-fashioned oats, not the quick oats. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It just calls for rolled oats. Okay. Okay, 3 cups of rolled oats. Now I'm going to move this out of the way because, you know, my counter space is limited. Let me wipe that off. I got honey on top. Now we're going to need 1.5 cups of the Rice Krispies. And I just got the cheapy ones because they're all the same thing. So, 1 cup. That was a little over. I'll do this one a little under. Okay, 1.5 cups. We're going to need some for the next one too. the peanut butter ones. Okay, move these over here to my island thing. Okay, now we're gonna need a half a cup of crushed graham crackers, or I have some that are already crumbs. And I keep them in a baggie in here, so no bugs get in them. I mean, I could put them in a airtight thing, but you know, I don't. These are easy for when you want to make a cheesecake and stuff. Half a cup. All right. And you could add a little vanilla. It didn't ask for that, but I think I'm going to add a touch of vanilla. Just because the honey is really tart. It's not a real sweet honey. Let's put these in. And now we only have 2 more ingredients. 3 actually, because I'm going to add a touch of honey or vanilla. Let's grab my homemade vanilla and 3/4 of a teaspoon is fine. There we go. About a teaspoon. It's time I make some more because I go through this stuff. Okay. And now, the last thing we're gonna need, I'm gonna go ahead and start to mix it a little. It's gonna take some serious mixing. Like I said, I might have to have my husband's help. And hopefully he doesn't think these are bitter because I use that honey. I don't have any. I might have some other honey in the pantry. I need to go look. They do have sugar too though, so it should be fine. But if it tastes funny, he's not gonna like it. We're gonna end up pressing it into the pan, but still you wanna mix so you're not having clumps of it. All right, we're gonna keep mixing, but let's add our last 2 ingredients, which is some marshmallows and some mini chips. So, half a cup of mini chips. And half a cup of mini marshmallows. Now, I think you could get them even smaller than these, but this is all they had at Walmart. Okay, a little more than half a cup. Let's put one of these on there. We'll put them in a baggie in a minute. All right, and there we have it. That's our s'mores granola bars. Now we're going to mix it in good. So we want it to be able to push down into the pan. So friends, I think it needs just a little bit more butter. I'm going to go ahead and add the last. So make it 8 tablespoons of butter, a half a stick. Because to me, it's not wet enough to stick together. So let's melt that. And this should bring it to where, I mean, I guess if you really push it hard, but I'm gonna do that. There, that should do it. Okay, now the trick is going to be, get in there, to keep them on one side of this pan. Make sure we got them really good and mixed. So we're gonna dump it out. Can you guys see the pan? Onto the pan, carefully. See how much room they take. I got a little clump of honey there. Yeah, see, I didn't want it to do that. Okay, I'm just going to carefully push them down. The trick is I'm only trying to use half the pan because we're going to make another batch that's peanut butter oatmeal. Peanut butter with butterscotch chips. Let me see if I can do it with this easier. Like smush. You don't have to make this in one pan. You can use 2 separate pans. This was just my genius idea. Hopefully they're wet enough. It feels dry, like they're not gonna stick together. IDK, I'm following the recipe. Alright, let's wash this and start over. Now this one calls for half a cup of peanut butter. Okay, I've got my little strainer because this one calls for maple syrup. And yeah, I hope these are going to, there we go, maybe I could push them in with this. Really push them down. I hope they're gonna harden up. They seem kind of loose, like not enough stuff to stick them together, but we'll see. Okay, how much of this do we need? Half a cup of maple syrup. All right. We're gonna pour that right here in the bottom because I need this for the peanut butter to melt it. Okay, half a cup of peanut butter. I've got chunky. I don't think it matters. And yes, I'm using Skippy. It was on sale for $2.50. Usually I buy the natural peanut butter, but who could pass up $2.50? And I like the extra chunk on my toast anyway. So I usually buy the natural chunky one. Make it a mess, make it a mess. Okay, let's see how much that is. Should be close to. Let's go ahead and melt it. See how much? It should be half a cup. And this one does call for a teaspoon of vanilla, so let's do that. Teaspoon. I'm always heavy-handed with the vanilla, so sometimes I don't measure. I just pour it in. And this one's 2 cups of oats and 1 cup of Rice Krispies. And I'm gonna go grab the butterscotch chips real quick. So these ones called for chocolate chips, but my bright idea. Ooh, we kind of burnt that a little. Okay, it's definitely half a cup. My bright idea was, let's put butterscotch chips. Okay, there's the peanut butter. Get all that goodness out. Okay, we got the vanilla. All right, all we do next is the oats and the Krispies and then our chips. So it's 2 cups of rolled oats, 2, and 1 of Rice Krispies. And if you don't want to add the Rice Krispies, you can just do all oats. It's totally your preference. Hopefully, oh yeah, these seem to be getting harder now. Let's try a little piece. It's good. It tastes like a s'more. Okay, 1 cup of our crispy rice cereal. All right, let's start stirring. See, now these I think are going to be stickier and come together better. They already are. Maybe the other one's just missing peanut butter. But it's supposed to be a s'mores. This looks delicious already. Yeah. All right. 3/4 of a cup of chips. And we're going to use butterscotch. So this is a 1 cup. That's pretty much close. I don't even think I'm going to open the other one. Oh, they smell good. Like my oatmeal scotchies. I do have a video of my oatmeal scotchy cookies. And they are delicious. Okay. That's everything. Let's get it into the pan. This is how easy this is. You don't have to cook anything other than melting the peanut butter. And putting it all in here and mushing it down. All right. Now I'm just going to go in here and mush. That way it's really compacted. And let's get this bowl out of your way so you can see. I think if you really compact, it's going to make them easier. Now we just let them sit for a few hours to harden up. And that is it, friends. We will be back when we're ready to cut into them. I'm gonna let them sit here and chill for a few hours. Got something on my stove already. I swear it never stays clean for long. All right, I'm gonna clean up this mess. We'll let them sit for a bit, and then we'll come back and cut into them and try them. All right? Okay. So with the first batch, we were supposed to heat the butter, honey, and sugar in a pan and make it like a syrup, then pour it over. And then we did heat the peanut butter, but we were supposed to heat it all together. So I messed up, and then it was like crumbly. So what I did was I put it in the oven for 5 minutes to try to get it hot and melty. And now it's been in the fridge, and I'm not sure. I may have epic failed this one, guys. Hey everyone, welcome back. So, this is another batch. The last batch, it kept falling apart. So I realized what I did wrong. I had to heat up all the ingredients in a saucepan first, and then add the oats and all the dry ingredients. So I made a whole new batches, 2 new batches, and I heated the peanut butter and the honey and everything in the saucepan and got it all melty and syrupy. And I did the same with the s'mores ones with the brown sugar and the butter and the honey. And so I think these are going to come out way better. So we're going to cut into them and see. It's kind of in the way there. So I'm just going to cut little thin bars like I tried to with the last batch. And I think that these are going to stay together. Now we did still eat the last batch, but they didn't, some parts I ended up putting them in the oven for 5 minutes, And that helped the s'mores ones stay together, but not the peanut butter ones. So this time, I cooked everything first, everything that was liquid like, and then poured it over the oats and stuff. And look how perfect. You see, I'm gonna use this little spatula. Hopefully you guys can see everything good. And yeah, look at how nice those are standing. They're staying together, yay. So, one broke in half, but I just wanted to show you the difference. I'm gonna take a bite. Oh my God. Now those are good. Way better this time. Way, way better. This time, they're definitely killer. Okay, that one I bit in, so I'm gonna take it off the plate. Just load up a plate of them so my friend Henry can try them. And so that's the trick. And so I messed up when I was reading the directions. I just read the recipe. Okay, I'll throw them together. Yeah. So now I know better. Anyways, here's a look at the peanut butter butterscotch. They're nice and thick. And now let's cut into the other ones. And then we'll take a picture. Because I took a picture of the last ones, but they weren't the best. They're chewy. You're gonna be chewing for a while, Henry. Awesome. These ones are thick. Move these little. See if I can turn this around. Okay. I left the last row a little wider. These are thicker because they've got the marshmallow. Okay. That one's kind of mixed up, two of them mixed, so I'm gonna put these on the plate. They're super chewy, huh? You like them?
They're delicious.
Yay. Now we gotta try these ones. Let's get them on the plate. Get another row. Come on. Oh, look at that marshmallow. Yummy.
Those are fantastic.
The peanut butter? Okay, here's the marshmallow. Show you guys a plate. And they're all staying together, yay. So that's the trick. Cook everything, all the wet ingredients basically, in a saucepan first, then pour them over the oats, and then mix it all up and smash it into your pan. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my videos. Please like and subscribe. Bye.